I have not seen this much excitement for a Makes No Sense video ever. I had to siphon through over 1,000 comments to find the best ones. And while some of you just complained about, tap strafing and the never-ending battle between mouse and keyboard and controller players, I'm not going to discuss any of that because that's not what this is about. This is about peace, love, and harmony, Sure, Apex makes no sense, I get it, but we're talking about the lore, the story. We're talking about things that don't make sense in the world of Apex Legends. So for those of you that understood the assignment, thank you. And to the other half of you that were just asking for Mirage 2.0 for noobs, we'll talk about that later. But for now, sit back, relax, grab your popcorn, and enjoy another installment of Gameboy asks, how does Siri hear the heartbeat of Pathfinder? Like, isn't Pathfinder a robot? So I discussed this briefly in Siri for Noobs, if you haven't checked that out already. We all know that although he is a robot, he has a heart of gold. Maybe even literal gold. Who knows the exact anatomy of Pathfinder? As for Revenant, I actually don't get that. Revenant is heartless, he's evil, so hearing his heartbeat, that clearly makes no sense. But you know what makes even less sense? Go to the training ground as Siri and then aim at a dummy. Yeah, the dummies have a heartbeat. They're alive. So all this time that you've been killing them, they felt it. Merc5 COD says, it's weird how when you don't have an R301, Bangalore's legendary finisher pushes the enemy to the ground and she actually has an R301 in her hand. Like, where did she get it from? She's not using her own weapon. She grabs the enemy's weapon and uses that to finish them. So, does that mean that every single enemy has an R301? No. Well, this one did. But in general, it doesn't matter what the enemy has, you'll always pull up an R301. And a default one at that, which is like weird. I kind of would prefer that she would turn things into G7 Scouts since that's like her main weapon, but... David Valentin says, when legends get respawned, why can't they use their abilities automatically when they get out of the dropship? So if you get revived and you come out of the dropship, your abilities go on a full cooldown, like as if you just used it. I think there's actually a logical explanation for this. Imagine you just died. Everything went from it's all here to black, nothingness, you're in a void. And then out of nowhere, boom, you're back. Wouldn't you be kind of confused? Like you'd be moving around and like doing what you normally would do, but you wouldn't even think about what's going on. It would take a couple seconds for you to truly get back in the groove of things. The Gifter of says that during emotes, Rampart can hold Sheila around, but for her ultimate, she has to be on a tripod. So she always carries Sheila around, so I don't think this is that big of an issue. She obviously has the ability to carry it. Honestly, that would be an amazing buff. Maybe Rampart could break Sheila off of the turret, kind of like Halo 3, and just walk around with her Sheila. I think that'd be an amazing buff. Respawn, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But I think another emote is a little more egregious. When you use Octane's legendary emote, you can whip out a jump pad for yourself and you just bounce on it, and it looks identical to other jump pads, but your teammates can't use it. Why? Is this jump pad just defective? This one is definitely more of a problem. Ivan says, somehow Walter survives and doesn't pass out when his arm is blown off and just casually walks to get ready for the Apex games.
Thanks. Throw that out for me, will ya? It's a lost cause.
So by the cinematics logic, since he survived that humongous explosion with just losing his arm, as if losing your arm is not a big deal, if he can survive that big of an explosion, surely he can survive like a little frag grenade explosion, right? So he doesn't. And this is kind of something I don't understand about Fuse's entire kit. He's known to be the explosive guy, and his ultimate shoots a bunch of fire, yet he can still be really hurt by his own stuff. And I think that's kind of lame. Based off of his own lore, he should be immune to his own grenades. I know that might be a pretty broken buff, but come on, give Fuse something to work with here. Soren says, it makes no sense how Lifeline is only able to open up extended supply bins. I feel like maybe Pathfinder or Crypto should be able to. I disagree with Pathfinder. I don't think just being a robot is enough of a reason for you to open up the extra supply bins. But Crypto, he can hack everything. Like everything. You can even hack the care package dropping out of the sky. But a blue bin? No. Only Lifeline. I think Crypto should be one of the few people that can do that as well. The boy Nuke King Smith says that punching does almost more damage than guns and proceeds to show some mathematical stuff like, we get it, bro, you can do math, chill. So I think I've discussed this before, but since you're the boy, I'll tell you again. Every single one of these legends, they work out, man. Do I gotta show you what kind of workouts they do? You don't wanna see me do it. And since they do these specific workouts, they can punch really well, unlike me, because as you guys know, it's 2021 and I still can't punch. Maybe I'll learn to punch when Doomfist for Noobs comes out, but at this rate, Overwatch 2's never coming out, and like, I just don't know what to do with these Overwatch characters I never did videos for. Like, what do I do? Pablo Martinez says, it makes no sense how Seer hasn't had a collab skin with Lil Nas X. I know, Respawn. You're missing out on an opportunity here. Watch Fortnite release a skin that looks just like Seer, but it's Lil Nas X. Just watch. Unlucky Ducky says, when sticking a grenade on a door and the door is broken before it explodes, the granada disappears. The what? This can't possibly be true.
Throwing an Oxstar.
Okay, so it's true. Maybe your kicks are just so strong that the velocity of it just makes the Arcstar explode, but explode in a way where it's not gonna make an explosion, but just breaks? Like you break the Arcstar? That's insane. Trunum asks, why doesn't my mother accept me? Oh man, there's like a multitude of reasons. I'm sorry, my dude. This is an Apex makes no sense, not a true noob makes no sense. So get your problems and your beautiful face out of my video. Dranilla says, why the f do I have to hold for a gold armor swap? So you're right, gold armor is really difficult to swap, but people don't give enough crap to red armor. You can barely swap from red to purple without you holding the swap as well. So although the gold armor swap hatred is there, and I think it's completely valid, I want to see some more hate towards red armor swapping as well. I'm just saying. Storm IDK says, the triple take is in the marksman rifle category, but the longbow DMR, aka the designated marksman rifle, is in the sniper category. That's just hilarious. Like, I have nothing to say. I needed this in my life. ATF06 asks, why won't they buff Mirage? Because they want me to sell the merch. You should check it out. Links are in the description down below. And before you go, Macro, but Mirage got buffed. In fact, Macro, where's Mirage 2.0? So, a while ago, like a long time ago, I made a sub goal on Twitch that if I hit 2,000 subs, I would make Mirage 2.0 for noobs. The reality is, I only ever peaked at like 1,200 subs, so we never got even close to getting Mirage 2.0. But there is a bright side. I'm no longer going to be making Mirage 2.0, and instead I'm going to be making Apex Legends 2.0 for noobs. This will encompass all of the big changes to every legend and the game as a whole since I first reviewed it 3 years ago. This will also be a full-on re-review of the game, similar to how I did Splitgate 2.0. I am making this a sub goal as well because I still want to grow my Twitch. I can't deny that, but this will be a much more reasonable sub goal. If we hit 1,000 subs, I will be making this video. And you're in luck because I'll be streaming all of next week and I will be doing a subathon on Thursday the 9th. So we could potentially hit that sub goal in one day. Having these sub goals isn't a way for me to put a paywall, but it's a way for me to encourage you guys to join my stream and subscribe and be a part of the community. It's a simple way for a lot of you guys to support, and even you just watching and being there and being in the chat helps. Anyway, that's been a whole entire makes no sense video. I'm glad you made it all the way to the end to hear me just talk about all this. But if there's something that you think makes no sense about Apex Legends, leave it in the comments down below. But with that, I'll catch you later.